One, go. Topicality, opposite and negative. Overview. Affirmative clause fall within the topic of the resolution to be valid. A. Definition. Affirmative clause not topical because the valid towards increasing the resolution. According to Buckley 2006, increase requires making an already program greater. Because increase means to make something greater, there must be necessarily have an existing premium to determine whether an increase occurred. Under usual canon of statutory construction, the term increase should be constructed to apply to increase of an already existing policy. Affirmative clause doesn't require an already existing program because that violates the topic because increase requires pre-existence. And C, reasons to prefer a definition. One, bright line. Our definition is better because it provides a clear number definition, whereas affirmative definition is vague. Voting issues. Jurisdiction. It is not within your jurisdiction to vote for non-topical case. A judge can only vote on cases that are topical to the resolution. Also, according to Coverberg 1987, reasonability as an answer is bad. The number of plans broadened with these broader topics as did the number of proposals defended that were tangential to TNIA's relationship to the resolution. Often these challenges sprang to the dearth of other salient arguments, but equally often there were valid questions to be asked. Unfortunately, in the early days of the topic room, it was too easy for reporters to postulate the frequently bizarre definition that Billy dismissed negative objectives with an inclination that we need only to be reasonable. Therefore, if our opponent says they need reasonability, please throw them out. Critique. Space mining leads to space arms race. Affirmative is taking an erroneous view of space mining. Link. Helium-3 mining leads to space arms race. According to Belcher 2008, China has tested an anti-satellite weapon and Russia has stated that it will not allow other states to control space and threaten its own space assets. In Asia, space race seems to be developing between China, Japan, and India. In the far future, the large deposits of helium-3 on the moon's surface will lead to military space race to colonize the moon to secure helium-3 for nuclear fusion energy technology. This shows that countries fight over mining the moon first. Impact. The plan will spur legal disputes over ownership of resources. According to Boyle 2011, would-be moon miners will need good lawyers if they want to keep the lunar resources they're harvesting, according to space policy experts. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 appears to permit extraction of lunar waters and other resources, but it's not clear who will own the materials once they're extracted. Space law experts said determining ownership of these resources may be a more complicated matter. This shows that there are no clear ownership of space assets. Alternative, lunar laws mining necessary for mining. According to Joseph Miller 2008, if action is not taken soon, then it will be too late to review or change the laws that apply to property and mining the moon. Investment by private sector capitalists is discouraged by the current legal regime. The current rules will also hamper the action for states intent on developing the moon as part of the search for resources. This shows that lunar laws are needed before going to the moon. Spending disadvantage. Uniqueness. Currently, the U.S. is on the brink of another recession. According to Caution 2012, Economic Shilling says we're still headed for a recession this year. Despite the recent euphoria of investors over U.S. stock, the economy is likely to weaken as the year progresses. For example, electricity generation is falling rapidly. U.S. rail shipments and trade are declining. This shows that U.S. is already headed for recession with declining trade, and this evidence from 2012. Link. The affirmative. So this shows that they cannot fund because the United States is falling into recession again. Link. The affirmative clause will uniquely cause damage to the current economy. According to Byron 2008, government spending hikes in 1930s, 1960s, and 1970s all failed to increase economic growth rates. Every dollar Congress injects into the economy must first tax or borrow. There is no immediate stimulus from government spending since the money has to be removed from another part of the economy. Economic impacts can take decades to occur. This shows that historic governments have failed to increase economic growth rates, and we are about to endure the same economic collapse, and affirmative plan will only push it further by funding. In fact, in the end, affirmative plan will cause economic collapse and even wars. According to February 2008, if America now tries to pull back the revolt, it will leave a dangerous power vacuum. Rogue states may choose to become ever more vital to the nuclear soldiers and a role of maximum vulnerability. China's past even more fragile. Its economic growth depending heavily on foreign investment and foreign powers. This shows that America's hegemony withdrawal will not only destroy the U.S. economy but cripple the Chinese as well. And the affirmative plan, which causes nuclear war, will only make it faster. But look at this value. Currently, Obama is making substantial cuts. It's willing to make substantial cuts. According to Stanford 2012, Obama wants to save the economy. Obama was willing to make substantial cuts in order to get a deficit reduction deal to maintain current tax rates. This shows that Obama is committed to short-term spending cuts over stimulating the economy. Link. The affirmative plan will uniquely cause damage to Obama's electability and kills the economy. According to Trump 2011, without significant spending cuts and changes, there will be no increase in the debt limit. This shows that affirmative plan will weaken the government without significant spending cuts. In fact, in the end, Obama will be out of the political capital and lose the election. According to Melissa 2011, a clutch of disheartening economic data is threatening to squelch President Barack Obama's political vulnerabilities as he fires up his 2012 re-election bid. Obama risks entering election year with an unemployment rate. That is a dangerous scenario for any president as American voters show in election after election the economy and jobs are their top concerns. This shows that weakening economy will greatly affect Obama's re-election, thus he will not support the affirmative plan. Counterplan. With these issues in mind, we didn't negative offer the following counterplan. The private sector should increase its development in green technology. Contention 1. Counterplan legitimacy. Our counterplan is not typical. Our counterplan does not fall under the topic of resolution since our counterplan is counter-agent and Earth-based, not space-based. 2. Our counterplan is competitive. Our counterplan is mutually exclusive. It cannot be combined with our affirmative plan since our plan is not limited to space. 3. Our counterplan produces net benefits. Our counterplan gets rid of the harms linked to the affirmative case and their energy shortage, extinction, and China's monopolization. Condition 2. Counterplan harms. The opportunity cost for not adopting our counterplan is 1. Earth will run out of energy. According to the Insight of green technology is the perfect solution. 2. U.S. has lost leadership to China. According to 8 industries, the U.S. has lost to China. According to 24/7 Wall Street Wire, January 2012, Americans are used to the U.S. being the leader of top-ranked nation in many areas, but in the number of industries and businesses, the U.S. has lost that first place usually to China, such as coal production, agriculture, and financial businesses. This shows that China will continue stealing the U.S. leadership and place in the top-ranked nation unless we commence in our green technology counterpart now. Condition D, counterpart solvency, and counterpart solves. 1. Adopting green technology will solve energy crisis. According to Zaman, the Independent 2011, at the closing of the 20th century, the whole world realized that massive degeneration of our mother nature and mass exhaustion of fossil fuel compelled the policymakers and the scientists worldwide to switch over to renewable energies and new technologies which lead to green technologies in our present time. This shows that green energy is the only alternative left for renewable energy resources. 2. Green technology helps space exploration. According to STEPS Engineers Ireland 2011, the programming will evaluate the reliability of electronic assembly deployed in space applications. The drive towards greener manufacturing methods on Earth is pushing space companies to build electronic systems for satellites without using certain toxic materials. This shows that using greener manufacturing methods will benefit space exploration. 3. President Obama supports green energy. According to COP Hybrid Cars 2012, in his proposed budget yesterday, President Obama called for more spending in green initiatives and an increase in the plug-in electrical vehicle subsidy. This shows that President Obama is already spending money for green initiatives. Therefore, he supports green technology. And answer inherency. 1. Status quo solves. Privatization. Moon Express Inc. has planned to mine the lunar surface. According to Los Angeles Times 2011, the 52-year-old internet entrepreneur is a co-founder of Moon Express Inc., one of the several companies in the Google Lunar X Prize competition. It is privately funded teams which will try to put robots on the moon by 2016. So this shows that status quo solves because there is already a private sector for moon mining, which is the Moon Express Inc., and they are already planning to put robots on the moon by 2016. Also, status quo solves privatization. NASA is passing the job to the private sector. According to Los Angeles Times 2011, the idea is to take a lander on the moon for under $70 million. NASA has to spend billions of dollars to figure out how to do it. Now we're able to use existing technologies. NASA is simply passing this on to the private sector and saying, look, the science for this has been developed. Now it's up to the private sector to go out and create business. So this shows the private sector is already working on the moon mining. Status quo solves privatization. NASA is already working for a private sector. According to Los Angeles Times 2011, we have agreement with NASA that allows us to use NASA technology and allows us to hire NASA to do the work for us. Also, NASA has already matched the Google Lunar Prize for $30 million. This shows that NASA is already working on the moon mining, and so we take out their inherency. Also, status quo solved. Planetary Resources Inc. starts mining. According to the Daily, April 2012, Planetary Resources Inc. announced last week that it wanted to start mining asteroids or water and precious minerals within the next 18 to 24 months. It was possible that to mine asteroids and the moon. Gravity method of getting the moon's minerals to Earth is based on the fact that lunar gravity is far less than the moon. For these reasons, please vote for the negative.